Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my page, Money Making Juggernaut. I'm your host, Eric Richardson. We have Joe with me. Today, we got part two, guys. Okay, in the first video, we broke down why 90% of traders are not profitable and how you can be in that top 10%. So today, we're going to cover the second part of this. And the first one is you have to be able to accept that losses are a part of the game. So, Joe, go ahead and tell them about this.
Yes, this is uh, one thing that a lot of traders have difficulty accepting is, that losses are a part of the game. This is everything this is all a part of the learning curve when it comes to trading. You know, I don't really look at it as losses. I try to look at it as market experience because, you know, it's gonna happen. You just have to set your risk parameters around that, set how much you're willing to risk and, just keep moving on. You take a loss, you move on, you keep looking for another setup, and you just go on from there. You don't sit there and be like, oh, why did I lose? And you sit there and just complain and be like, oh, this isn't working for me and stuff like that. Everyone loses. There's no perfect trader out there, and the quicker you accept that, the better it'll come out for you.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that it's mainly market experience because Forex is mainly emotion. And the only way that you can really master your emotions is by going through it, by experiencing it. So the losses are all a part of the game, guys. You have to be able to experience what it feels like to lose that money so you can control yourself. Because when you're in a trade and you lose, some feelings are going to come. You're either going to revenge trade or you're going to sit up there and maybe break down that you had the wrong analysis when simply it was because you entered the market too early. So you guys definitely have to accept the fact that losses are a part of the game and just move on. And this brings us to the next one, which is having no expectations in the trades. Kind of remove your expectations, detach yourself from that trade.
Yes. So, what I usually do is when I enter the market and I get a setup and I'm about to execute on the trade, I already expect that I'm going to lose this trade. I already set my risk, and I already know how much I will be losing if I were to lose this trade, and I will know how much I'll be winning if I win this trade. So I automatically remove every expectation. I basically expect to lose, and I'm fine with whatever the result comes out for this trade.
Yeah, it was a good book that Trading in the Zone. It was by Mark.
Oh, yeah, perfect book.
What was the last name?
Mark Douglas.
Mark Douglas, yes. And this actually changed my whole mindset. And it introduced the part of removing your expectations from the trade and just realizing that you have an edge in the market. And your edge is basically your strategy. And your strategy is set up to give you a higher probability when it comes to, the outcome of the trade. So you should enter the market with no expectations. Win or loss, you know that you have a higher probability of it working out. But if it doesn't work out, that's okay, because over time, if you stick with your rules and you constantly trade the same way, you're going to end up being profitable. So definitely check that book out, guys. That's a good one. And having a set risk to reward is next. This one is huge. This is one that, I used to struggle with at the beginning because, I'm mainly a scalper. So when it comes to risk to reward, if you're a scalper, constantly getting 10, 20 pips and your stop loss is maybe 10 or 5, sometimes even 20 pips, your risk to reward ratio is going to vary. And you can go on a streak when you win, but then you get a loss and it kind of wipes out all your wins.
Yeah. So, like I'm, like you said, like you're a scalper, so everyone has a different type of set risk reward. But, like for me, like swing trading, I don't look at anything less than 1 to 3 risk reward. And for me, the money risk reward for me is 1 to 5.
1 to 5.
Yeah. I like that better because, like you're gonna experience some type of losses. So I'd rather take one good trade and give me a risk reward of 1 to 5, and then maybe later down the road I find another 2 trades and I take 2 losses. I'm still up by 1 to 3. So having a good risk reward,
it's crucial.
It's definitely beneficial. And, like, you don't have to sit there and worry about, oh, this next loss is going to hurt me,
Mhm.
so, it gives you that type of breathing room, and you're able to, like, lose that stress that you have, when looking for another setup, if you already had a good, trade from the past.
Yeah, and everything kind of ties itself together. So if you have a set risk to reward, you remove your expectations, you accept that losses are part of the game, everything's going to play out. Because, like you said, if you have your risk to reward set up and you go on a few losses, you know that if you get the win, it's going to make up for it. So I'm telling you guys, these are some gems. Make sure you apply it. It's going to be a journey, but definitely apply these guys. Now, the next one is don't follow the hype. As we know in Forex, it's hype everywhere. We got people in Lambos flashing money, fake MT4 screenshots. Please, guys, do not be mesmerized by this. You can learn everything online by yourself. Self-education is the best education.
Yep. And, like, this is the one thing that really, 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 I think it bothers us the most is when people is like, fake this lifestyle, and just to get people to sign up to certain things, or
Yeah.
to do this and do that. And it's like, not a lot of people are, have that, can tell, like, oh, this person is, selling me a dream or this and
Mhm.
that. And then people fall right into it, and, then they start learning, and, they get crushed because, it's not what they'd expected. They were so, oh yeah, you can make all this money, make this, make that. And then, they get into it and it's not like what they expected,
Yeah.
and they, they're just following all this hype and believing all these dreams and stuff like that. And, they don't realize that, this is a process. It takes time. Like, you're not going to get to the riches right away.
Yeah, and I like the comparison that you always use. Surgeons, they go to school for years.
Years.
Doctors, they go to school for years. Like, you're going to become a specialist in the market. This isn't something that you're just going to pick up overnight. And then also you have to realize majority of these people are making money off of the monthly subscriptions. So just be aware of that and lock in. If this is something that you really want to do, then just really lock in. You have to study Forex and realize why it moves, why it operates the way it does. Once you accept the fact that, these institutions are the ones that are moving the market, and there's pretty much nothing you can do as a retail trader but try to trade like them. Get rid of all the retail hype, all the trend lines, Ichimoku, all kind of bullshit. Just try to figure out how the institutions trade, and you'll. All right, guys. So the last step is trust the process. You definitely have to treat this like school. Take notes, take it serious, and things will work out.
Yes, definitely take notes. Definitely, try to master your craft. Like, everything that we said from before this, like, accept losses, remove expectations, have a set risk reward, don't follow high, all of that plays hand in hand, trusting the process. Like, you're obviously not going to learn this in 1 to 2 months, or, whatever that may be. Like, everything is a process. Like, maybe in a year you'll get better at, money management and controlling your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
You still have other things to work with, but you're progressing as the time goes on. And, little by little, you'll realize it may not show it in the dollar signs, but you'll little by little, you'll realize that, you're getting better as a trader.
Definitely getting better.
And you're learning from everything that, that has happened in the past, and you're gaining that market experience. That's the biggest thing, is that market experience. So trust the process, treat it like school, and take it, day by day, month by month, year by year.
Exactly. Trust the process, guys. If this is your goal to be a Forex trader, to be in that top 10%, it's going to be a journey. It's not going to stop. It's going to be constant improvement on yourself, on your trading, but just stick with it, because there's literally no better job than Forex. It's just you and your laptop, your phone, however you mark up. It's just you. So you don't have to deal with any type of harassment from, employees, any type of customers. It's just you in the market, and you can make, you know, an unlimited amount of money. There's no ceiling at all. So, you know, I hope you guys apply these 10 steps so that you can be in the top 10%. If you have any questions, the email is in the description. If you guys want to learn like an institutional trader, go ahead and check out our course. Use the promo code STIMULUS, STIMULUS, all lowercase, for $100 off.